I am back with episode 4, part 4 of my website from scratch series. You can see here that I made a few changes to the site. I've just added a little bit more CSS and a few theming, a little bit of theming. It looks kind of stupid, but I like it. In this one, we're just going to do a little bit. We're going to go through our RSS code and make it so it runs in the background. You can see here, well, you can, as always, I've written the code before, but this time I'm unable to reference it because I only have one monitor. I'm working off of a laptop. Yeah, let's get started. What we basically want to do is move a version of grab feed, which we have here, into a background thread and just have it run at a set time period. So we're going to write that code down here. It doesn't take too much. Def constant. Actually, we're not going to bother with that. We'll leave that for now. But we're going to make a new function. We're not going to use grab feed because grab feed updates too much. So we're going to use regrab feed. I'm going to take a feed. And the sorts of things we're going to need, because we're filtering the entries and because we only want new entries, we're going to have to make some changes to the structure of our feed class. So we've got content. We don't need that anymore. Content in our YouTube feed is the original request, but we don't need that. Instead, what we need is a last entry time. Oops. And that is that'll be the latest RSS feed. And so when we make our request and we grab our feed, let's change this a bit. The last time is just the request time. Now you are actually, the way I have these laid out, there is a language style guide, I believe it's the Google one, that tells you which way order you should write your slot definitions. Anyway, so we have our request. We're not using content anymore. We've got our entries, which will be get hash key entries request. And we want to filter. We're going to filter entries. And we're going to use, oh, actually, what we'll do is we'll get rid of this and move it into its own function. Like that. Oh, it's all out of whack because I don't have closed parens. Yeah, we're all out of whack, but there we go, we're good. So that, we'll just use that as a, yeah, that's fine. Then we'll have entries like this, and we'll use filter entries here instead. RSS entries. Cool, and so in here, filtered will be just filter RSS, because we're going to be using the filter function again, so there's no point having all the functionality wrapped up inside of filter RSS. Right, we're going to need a function to determine the latest or the newest RSS entry. So if we have our list of entries, which is similar to the filtered, we need to check the update or the published past. If we were being, well, depending on what we wanted, we could also use the updated past to edit, or we could do it based off updated, but we're not. We're going to just do it off published past, which is a universal timestamp. So what we need to do is we want define latest entry. We just want a list of all the entries. We're going to use reduce local time timestamp maximum, and then we need to do the sequence entries key lambda entry. We need to do get hash. What was it? Published past? Published past. And then we want to do local time. Oh. Universal timestamp. So if we take this feed here, we've got a list here, just as an example, what? And then we do latest entry, returns the one with the, which produces the latest timestamp, or the most recent. So our last entry time is or do we want to do it off the filtered? No, we're not. We're just going to do it off the latest. Okay, that's how we were. That's our new way of grabbing our feed. However, my let binding is wrong because I didn't shut it. Setf. Oh yeah, that might cause a few problems. Content, last time, last entry time, latest. What was it complaining about? Latest is never used, except it's used right here. We don't want to setf content. Filtered. There we go. So that's our new way of grabbing our feed. We removed the content. We don't need that anymore. And we have the last time we made a request and the last entry time. And we refactored filter RSS to use a function called filter entries. And now. So now if we re-grab our feed, first feeds, content, yeah, cool, we don't want content. Oop. When content, yeah, cool, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of all of that all together. And we're just going to do filter entries. There we go. And now we have filtered nil. Fantastic. Get hash entries request. Why would that not be working? I won't talk about that. There we go. Now we have all our filtered data. Right, now in order to have this update automatically, we want a function called latest entries, which just takes time and entries, and define newer entry p time entry, which will do local time, timestamp, time, and then local time universal to timestamp, get hash published past entry. Oh, local time, spelled it wrong. And then we do remove if not lambda entry, newer entry p time entry. There we go. Let me just make sure I got that right. So we're doing our current time. If our current time is 2, our latest time is 2. We got one that's 3. Yeah, okay, we're good. So when we want to re-grab the feed, we need to, with quick accesses, we will need the we will need almost all of this. We're gonna need this, so we'll take that. Entries, yep. And now we want, have we got last entry time, cool. So we'll do latest entries. Oh. And then we'll do setf last time. Ooh. Local time now literally returns a timestamp object with the current time with your whatever configured time zone you have. Right, and then when we have latest, we want to we'll format to debug IO new entries length latest. And we want to filter them. Oh, actually, you know what? We'll add the filter in here. We'll just filter them straight in here. Doesn't matter if there are none. When filtered new entries, we want to set F. We don't have in here is oh no, we do have filtered in there. Oh, I keep making this mistake. Append filtered to filtered entries. I think that's all we have to do. Let me just double check. Ooh. Set a filter to append filtered entries. That updates it. Ah, right, we need the latest time. We also have to grab the latest time. Oops. We have it up there. What do we call it? Latest entry. We're gonna use all of them, not just the filtered one. And that should re-grab our feed. Let's just take a double check. Don't want to make sure I'm buggering it up. That's fine. Right, let's grab our feed. Where is our feed? Invalid number of timestamp maximum for nil. Ah, right. Zero new entries. When filtered entries. What? Yeah, it's returning nil. Oops. Silly little mistakes. Cool. So there aren't any new entries because it's pulling off the feed off my YouTube channel. But now we have that. We have to make it run in the background. To do that, it's pretty simple. It's just bt make thread and our well, we need and our functions. Default regrab feed fun loop while t do regrab regrab feeds, and we're gonna sleep for, I don't know, for this case just 20 seconds, and we'll in here we'll add format debug IO regrabbing feed. And we're gonna we'll sort that in a second. Oh. What am I doing? Regrab feed fun. There we are. Now you see it will just do this. And it would. In 20 seconds it'll do it again. There you go, you can see. And that runs, now we'll make that run in the background. We'll make that run in the background very simply with bt make thread, which is we'll make an OS thread with now regrab feed fun running. You can see, here's our thread object. We're using Bordeaux-threads, and Bordeaux-threads is a wrapper around each distribution of Common Lisp's native threading libraries. And so if we want to get that to stop, there's two ways really. There's bt destroy thread, which will literally just kill the thread and give whatever, like so. Or we can wrap this in a catch. We're going to catch bail here. And regrab feed fun. So we'll start it again. Now we can do bt interrupt thread. with lambda throw bail fin. Oop. Now we can see that it's finished with the value fin. So now if we do def parameter a regrabbing thread nil, we can do define start regrab thread unless thread bt thread p unless and bt thread p regrabbing thread bt thread alive p. Oh, is that right? Thread. Then setf regrabbing thread bt make thread regrab feed fun. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Right, so now we can do start regrab thread. It's running, and we do regrabbing thread like so, and there it is. And now if we want to stop the thread, now we have our catch bail. Stop regrab thread. We're going to copy this bit. Oops. bt thread p thread alive. Yep. Then we do bt interrupt thread regrabbing thread lambda throw bail fin. Now we can stop our regrab thread, which will stop it, and then we have, and we can see, oh, it's still running. We have, oh, I think I made a mistake. No, I did not. Ah, yes, that was a mistake. I used unless when I should have used when. Now we can check our regrabbing thread. There we go. Silly mistake between unless and when. Yeah, that's basically it. Now the only thing I think we should do, the last thing we should do, is just add a lock. Feed lock. Oops. Accessor feed lock init form bt make lock. Now locks are very easy in Lisp. So where we want to lock our entries, we want to make locks. We're gonna have this. We don't want to lock when we do the actual request, so we just do bt with lock held. We add in here, what did I call it? Entry lock. What did I call it? Feed lock. And now I need a new let. And that's how we would grab it on grab feed, and then we want to do, when we regrab, we want to do the same thing. Feed lock. BT with lock held, feed lock. Probably put a macro here, but I'm not going to do that. entries, get hash entries, latest entries. No, we don't want it here actually. Take that back. We want it here because this isn't making any changes. So we can have that like that. So now we have everything locked. Oh, when you don't make a mistake like that. Oh, what have I done? There we go. And now we are using a mutex as well, or a lock, to make sure that only one thread at a time can hold on to or modify the feed. It doesn't stop us making requests, and it doesn't stop us reading it. So we may at one point want to lock when we read it, but for now, I think this will do. It's pretty good. Next time, I think perhaps we'll do a little bit of persistence. Maybe we'll use BKNR to save our threads, to make our RSS feed class persistent, and to keep it around basically in a object persistence library. So we'll keep it around in a on-disk database, which is very convenient. All right, we'll catch you later.